Hello everyone, I wanted to do a clip on the Fool card from the Angel Tarot deck by Doreen and Radleigh Valentine. I feel that my understanding of angel therapy teachings helps me to read this deck in a way that can maybe, if you see how I look at the cards, those of you who don't follow Doreen Virtue's teachings, it just might help to bridge some of the gaps, if you will, because I think that if I was a tarot reader and didn't have any knowledge of what she taught, it might be a little bit hard to jump into this deck, as beautiful as it is. So they renamed the Fool the Dreamer, and they chose Archangel Metatron to represent the Fool, and I think that's a really good. I think it's a really good match. The Fool has a hard time being in the present moment, so hence the Dreamer. That's good. And if you look at this card, a lot of spiritual activity is going on around this person. It's a huge influx of divine assistance, divine intervention, just energetic, cleansing. Could even be like a Reiki attunement kind of a thing. A lot of spiritual activity going on to the point that we don't really get a sense of being grounded in reality. So for a light worker, I would say that on some level a breakthrough is going to happen soon, because on the subconscious levels, and you would already begin to perceive it intuitively without being able to see it manifested in your world yet, you would just start to feel like something's changed. Something's changed for the better. And so it's just a matter of finishing that energetic purification before you move forward. Archangel Metatron is a very esoteric celestial guide. He opens our eyes to mystery school teachings, and that right there, if you're, I think Archangel Metatron only really comes to a person when they are beyond the beginner stages of the spiritual path. Metatron brings in conscious awareness of mystery school topics, and I think the spiritual initiate, having been on the path for a while, would have some knowledge of how to ground themselves while bringing in such a high level, extremely powerful light. I pulled the cards that represent Archangel Michael out of the Archangel Oracle card deck by Doreen Virtue, so we can see how she perceives him as well. So the first card is Chakra Clearing. It has a lot of violet color to it. It says, call upon me to clear and open your chakras using sacred geometric shapes. The violet flame transmutes everything that it comes into contact with. If something is of a lower vibration, it will transmute it and bring it into a higher vibration. So karma cleansing and purification of negative energy, you would visualize the violet flame as transmuting those things, because that is more powerful than those negative, those negative energies. It's taking those negative energies and purifying them, and at least making them neutral, if not more positive. So the other card, I think chakra clearing is like a mystery school teaching too. I think it's something that a more advanced student would be learning over a period of years. The other card that comes up is Indigo and Crystal Children, and again, I think that's a New Age mystery school topic. It alerts us to the fact that a new type of soul, a very advanced, evolved kind of soul, is coming into the planet. A lot of them are very young, and so Metatron says you have a bond with children. In particular, you can help children who are sensitive. So Metatron opening our eyes to the fact that very advanced souls are now coming into the world, and that we need to pay attention to the children around us, because those children could be very, very highly evolved souls who need our attention and who need our love and support. Um, these kids aren't going to be brought up in the abusive, neglectful, shame-filled, childhoods that a lot of older people have been through, okay? Because that just getting caught up in inner child wounds is not something that these kids, that's not going to help them do what they came to do. Those of us that do have those issues that will probably be with us for life, like abusive traumas, that I would just have to say, people like us, we're probably breaking the chains of abuse in our family lines, and that's probably why we would be like the wounded healers. We will always have that wound, even though we are transmuting it. Every day you're alive, you're transmuting those abuse patterns that were passed down from generation to generation. You aren't passing that on because you are stopping that flow. You are, in a sense, like the violet flame. You're stopping it so it doesn't go forward. So you probably have indigo and crystal souls around you, because you're not going to do that to those kids. You're not going to do that to those people. But Archangel Metatron, bringing that mystery school topic to our attention so that we can be aware. These aren't just regular little kids running around. If they've got problems, we're going to take the time to deal with it, not just brush it under the rug like maybe our grandparents or our parents or, whatever would have done. And the last card is prioritize, and it says, focus on your highest priorities. I will help you get organized and motivated. And here, I think this is, again, with the violet flames, Metatron saying, look, I know that the transmutation of lower energies and karmic obstacles and negativity and limited thinking and wounds and all that, I know the transmutation of that causes you to become disorganized. It causes you to feel a little bit confused, maybe a little bit overwhelmed with everything you have to focus on, because you're aware of what's going on inside of you, but you also have to be aware of what's going on around you. He's saying you've got to be aware of the young kids around you. So he's going to help you to get grounded. So it's like he's acknowledging, yeah, when I come into the room, you are going to get a little discombobulated, but I'm going to help you settle down. So when the prioritize card comes up, usually that's about getting really clear on what are the most important things in life. Is the most important thing in life having a dream job and making money? Or is it making sure that your family knows that you love them? And you don't have to be rich to let them know that you love them. Maybe your priority is to, it should be a higher priority to start looking at how to create your dream job. If you're in job situations that you hate, if there's hate going on anywhere in your life, the priority probably is to figure out how to get rid of that hate so that love can replace it. Instead of I hate this job, it's love this job. Instead of I hate my life, it's I love my life. Instead of, oh, I just, it's getting to what we love. That's the priority. But also letting, I love my family, so I'm going to let my family know one-on-one directly. I'm not going to show my family I love them solely through what I can give them material-wise. So, and also making yourself a priority. If you're always putting yourself last, this might be time to put yourself more towards the front, and he'll help you to do that. So, when the Dreamer card comes up in a reading, I would say, oh, Archangel Metatron is around you. You're going through an energetic purification, even if you haven't asked for it lately. Metatron coming on the scene means things are being transmuted. That means things are shifting. I highly recommend that you figure out a chakra clearing system to do over the next week. Open your mind up to mystery school teachings like chakra clearing and getting clear on if the souls around you are indigo and crystal souls, maybe you are yourself. You know, it's fine-tuning that perspective, like looking around, not through human eyes, but through more spiritual eyes of, hey, you are important, you were born for a reason, and I'm going to help you remember what that reason is. I'm going to help you get on track. I'm going to help you get your priorities straight. We're not going to be in a free fall. We're not going to be in confusion. We are going to get clear on what direction we're going to go in. Just hang in there during this purification. Okay? And that, so the Dreamer card just alerting you to a shift is going on. Archangel Metatron is there with you. Do some sort of chakra clearing or energy purification over the next week. Sit down and make a list of what your priorities are. And keep fine-tuning it till you get to the core of what your soul's priorities are versus your human personality's priorities. This is the restoration of like parental and child bonds, or other kids around you, maybe nieces and nephews, or you know, like that. And also the healing of an inner child wound as well. And just hang in there until this shift completes. And on the Dreamer card it says, a leap of faith, follow your dreams and unexpected opportunities. So it's a good card to see come up in a reading, because it means that in the near future you're going to be feeling much more clear. You're going to know what direction you're going to want to go in, and you're going to be going in a direction that is more aligned with what your highest priorities are. You're going to be shaking off negative karmas and energy blocks that had been stuck to you, so that's good. And then also the opening of the heart to children and the inner child. Okay, so that's how I would read this card. I hope this helps. Take care. Bye-bye.